Hello there, viewers. This is The Cave. We're playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. There's Dougie over there.
I'm Dougie.
And
this is a remake.
Of what?
A Final Fantasy VII, believe it or not.
You're joking.
And if you didn't know that existed, we've got a fucking playlist full of us playing Final Fantasy VII before it got remade.
Yeah, the Unmake. We've played the Unmake on the channel. You should go and watch that. Dougie actually played it on hard mode. This time it's me playing it. I'll confess.
You playing it on hard mode?
You can't play it on hard mode without completing it first, so we're going to complete it first and then maybe play it on hard mode. But I'll tell you what,
that
viewers...
is something somebody who isn't going to play it in hard mode would say, to be fair.
No, I'm not going to play it in hard mode. But viewers, Rebirth is coming out in 1 month from now, so we're hoping to finish this so that we can get on to that, so this should be pretty fun. Let's get started then, Dougs. You've completed this game before, yeah?
Aye. This is an interesting, potentially world's first Let's Play channel thing where one of us loves this game and one of us might hate it.
We'll get into that after this lovely cutscene, shall we?
It is a glorious intro.
Oh, the best.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose we can still talk because it's a while before anything really.
It's our channel, do what the fuck
Yeah. Viewers, I've kind of had the plague for a week, so my voice is a little bit kind of questionable. So hopefully you forgive me for.
If he sounds sexy, don't worry about that.
Yeah, apologies. I'll confess that. When I first played this game, I was a wee bit of a purist with it. I really love the first game, obviously the Unmake, and I was a little bit annoyed that it had some kind of modern action things in it, like squeezing through boxes at a really slow pace.
We should maybe start this. This is the most important part of the whole Let's Play. Guffy hates squeezing through boxes.
Yeah.
I think at one point in his childhood he had to squeeze through a box and he didn't like it. And that stuck with him.
Yeah.
Because he also got incredibly irate with A Plague Tale, because they do it all the time as well. And he actually stopped playing this game because of it. Like, he's actually never played past, like, he's never met Aerith in this edition.
I've never met Aerith.
He gets so annoyed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that slide there, we recognise that.
Aye.
So listen, here's the thing, Dougs.
Yeah.
I think that I prefer games when we're doing them on the cave. So I wouldn't be surprised if I come away from this and really, really enjoyed it.
I was going to say, this is literally the only scenario in which you could like this game, is if I'm here, I think. Because you sitting by yourself would just get like, I think, you know how like a problem shared is a problem halved? Without that, you get so unbelievably angry at things that shouldn't make you that angry. But I think you definitely, when you've got someone, a conduit to take that rage from you, it works.
I think it seems to work, yeah.
So, here's the beginning of the original. Almost like scene for scene for a bit here, like frame for frame, but it just like looks nice instead of balking bullshit. And then you can actually tell that, but like first time I didn't understand that she was looking at the Mako coming out of a pipe.
Yeah, I thought she was just in like some kind of like psychic trance or something.
Oh, right.
Intergalactic
space at first. Black hole. So, again, very, very similar. The start kind of gives you a wee intro to the world that you didn't get before, where it's going through Midgar. But like an HD throwing little callbacks of that slide that you normally don't see for a couple hours. And now we're back into the main bit. She's about to walk across the road and you're going to see a delicious 3D. Like, I almost said 3D, it was kind of 3D already, but like HD.
Yeah, it's 3D for sure, I would say. Look at this.
Yeah. And as well, see if you find yourself getting sad that it's not like the original. I think you have to, if you get yourself into the mindset that they didn't pull a fast one and not release the same game like they said they were gonna, think of this game as almost like a sequel, and it becomes clear what that means. It's
a new piece of creativity. It's not just, you know, kind of hanging on old stuff. Look at that intro, man. I have to say, it's baffling that this game even exists. You know?
Yeah. Remember how long ago they kind of teased it? Like it was for the PS4 hadn't came out yet. And there was like a scene of Cloud walking through a marketplace.
Yeah, there's me sitting playing Jack and Daxter. And this trailer drops. To be fair, I would play Jack and Daxter now.
I've never played it.
It's pretty good, man. Jack and Daxter 1's good. Jack 2's like GTA. Never played Jack 3. I remember
thinking it just looks like Ratchet and Clank, and I was like, I'm not interested.
What, do you know like Ratchet and Clank?
No, I did, but I think I was at a time where I was like, see if something seemed like a rip-off, I was like, nah, I'll just play the real hang, you know?
Yeah.
The music's supreme in this as well. That's always like, it's like, you've got the original, and then this just like gives a nod to all the original stuff. And like, don't know if I would say improves it, but just adds to an already great collection of sound.
Yeah. There he is.
Get down here, Merc.
So when I played the demo of this, Barrett's voice actor really got on my tits. Like I hated it. Like I felt overacted. It felt awful, and I'd still think the kind of tutorial prologue bit is a bit like that. But for some reason, after a few scenes, he just gets incredible.
Okay.
So it makes no sense to me why a performance would just get better. Do
you want to read this?
Use square to attack with Cloud's sword. Hold square to unleash an attack capable of hitting multiple nearby enemies.
Thank you, Garland. Well, yeah, it's kind of like, see when we first roll the cameras on the cave, I overact a little bit, just because it's the first 5 seconds, you know?
True.
But, yeah, then we settle into it, don't we?
Yeah.
Who in the hell? Hands where I can see him.
Around this game came out, the voice actor of Aerith and Barrett, I think, did like a...
Is that the same person?
Sadly not. Sadly not. The ATP gauge, active time barrel, I think, fills as time passes, and by attacking with square, once a bar is full, your character can perform special actions. Charges can be used immediately or saved. Try attacking the enemy to fill the gauge. You can defend against enemy attacks by pressing R1 to guard or circle to evade. A successful guard reduces the amount of damage suffered and also charges your ATP gauge.
Okay, cool. R1. Let's try it. Fuck you, mate. Still took damage.
Aye, a wee bit. So it negates it a lot. There eventually is materia, I think, that makes blocking worthwhile. But right now, you might as well be like dodgeball. Yeah. In my opinion.
Totally. One thing as well, viewers, we are playing this in the PS5 in all of its glory, and I believe the game format or whatever is called the Intergrade. Is that right, Dougs? We've got the Intergrade one going here.
Oh yeah, so that's kind of like the equivalent of Persona 5 Royale.
Aye.
It's just the same game, but they've added like, essentially you've got the DLC on this as well, I believe.
Cool.
Which is an entirely separate thing that kind of leads on to the next episode, or the next part of the remake.
2 potions. I was going to let Garland read that, but I'm not going to fucking sweat over
you would be surprised
triangle
just
to
how
open boxes.
We wanted to get the voices back in there somewhere, viewers, so we're going to take advantage of the tutorials, but some of them are like insultingly, smash boxes, you might find things.
Oh mate,
it's like,
watch me smash boxes. I'll fucking smash boxes in no danger at all.
Yeah.
So what's Soldier Boy's deal? Is he one of us now? He's got balls, this, what was his name again?
Cloud Strife.
Right.
And
Colin.
He isn't a soldier anymore.
I know.
Still,
that's the thing, you kind of get Gollum for the first time.
Unlike the rest of us.
Unless we find somebody.
I'm glad to have him.
Colin will be in our hearts.
Aye. He would be Colin.
No, there's already a Colin.
We're done.
He's just in Rebirth.
Aye. Who's Colin again?
Colin Sith.
Oh, of course. Hate Colin.
Real joy to look at, too.
You'll keep us safe, right, Cloud?
Is that the guy from Breaking Bad's voice actor?
Yes,
is it really?
Yeah.
What's he called in Breaking Bad again? Shit.
Like a goat or something, or donkey.
Yeah.
It's an animal.
Something like that, aye. Yeah.
Come on, nobody do something this crazy just
It's not
for
Goose.
money?
It's Goose.
Is it Goose?
It's literally Goose. I'll check this while the story happens around us. I'm just gonna type in Goose.
It's Badger.
Badger.
It's Badger.
I was so confident. I was so confident.
It's Badger.
I wonder what Goose was in Breaking Bad 2 minutes.
Isn't Goose in Top Gun or something?
I've not seen that.
I've never seen it either.
You better be worth the money.
Oh, the birds
Every
of Breaking
last year.
Bad came up. Oh. Well, the first video that pops up, Jesse Pinkman being a silly goose for almost 8 minutes is what came up there.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
You've got an 8-minute video of yours to go and look at.
Shout out.
Once you're done with ours.
So already Barrett doesn't really trust Cloud. Cloud's staying pretty aloof here. We can press
They've done something
R3.
quite-
Get him, boy!
Aye, we can. It's Dark Souls. They've done something fairly clever here where, like, although we are talking about the game being quite different, they've made this section, like, real similar.
Yeah, just to get you
So MD playing this
acclimatised.
bit will be like, this is the same game, it's just the same game, but with, like, action. And
Totally.
it kind of isn't at all. Well,
So, just to catch you up, viewers, anyone who's not played the first game or this before, we are a mercenary who is helping these. Yep, no problem. Who are helping these freedom fighters do something to this reactor. So, we're in a city called Midgar right now. This guy here is called Cloud Strife. We were kind of bantering over all the introductions. There's Barrett over there. Biggs, Wedge and Jesse, and we're a kind of gun for hire who's been hired to do something with this reactor that's spewing shit into the atmosphere.
yep. And actually, if you were playing the game for the first time, you wouldn't know any more than that anyway.
You wouldn't know any more than that.
All you really know is we're about to do something. We don't actually know what we're doing.
Yeah.
There's boxes back there, you know, get smashed.
No.
Fast. We've got company.
Right.
I'll smash
Still
them
does,
now. Aye.
Do you smash these guys?
I'll smash these guys, then I'll smash the boxes. I might even smash them into the boxes.
Oh. So I believe the dogs have a bit more defense, so you want to make sure you use your special abilities on the dog. It's a shame you couldn't do hard mode, because it's genuinely, I think it's my favourite hard mode of any game.
Really? Yeah, because you told me it
Because-
changes it up quite substantially, doesn't it?
Yes. What I don't particularly like is when games have a hard mode that just means the enemies have more health and do more damage and you stay the same. Because that just makes the game exactly the same but worse because it's more boring. Maybe it's more challenging as well, but it doesn't just add enough. Why would I ever play it again for hard mode in that case? But what this does in this one is you are unable to use any item, right? So like picking up potions is pointless because you can't use them, and that's in combat and out of combat. So items just become supremely useless, and there is no way to refill your MP outside of like the end of a particular chapter in the game.
That's fucking bad
So
shit,
what-
man.
Aye. So what it does is you have to then get super clever with your material. So you might want to. So if you know a boss, and that's why you kind of need to have played the game, because you kind of need to know the areas and know when a boss is coming up and save your stuff. So if you know an end of a chapter's coming after a conversation, and this is the last fight, you might as well like spunk all your spells.
Yeah.
You won't know that the first time. But if you know that you're in a sewer and folk are weak to fire, you can still put your fire material on your elemental stuff
May attack on command,
and do it
but I
that
hear
way.
they make good guard dogs too.
And then
Bet
there's
you've seen a few
ways of
reactors.
healing without using MP, and it just
So how do
it
we
lets you
get
get
to the bridge
creative.
above
It's fun.
Michael's
Very fun.
storage? Ain't holding out on me, are you? Stamp scared to bite the hand that fed him? Or is he a loyal little doggy? Have it your way, Mutt. We can do this with you, or we can do this without you.
Different reactor, different layout. Depends when it was built. Never seen one like this, but I'll manage.
One of the ultimate voice acting challenges would be if you could turn off the speaking but keep the subtitles up, and then we need to try and keep up with the fucking game.
Don't you worry. This will have the door.
I actually
open.
think you can do that in Final Fantasy X.
Really? Oh,
I
here.
think so.
That legitimizes a Final Fantasy X. Yeah.
Damn good.
That would be silly.
Do you know,
Who's there?
because
Door!
I've always wondered, there's something always been a bit off with the voices of 10 for me. Do you know what it is, apparently?
It's over!
What?
So,
That's my line.
the motion, it's not exactly stunning motion capture, but the characters were like mouthed in the Japanese version. As in, so like, but because they speak faster, like the English people were told to try and match the facial expressions. So sometimes someone will just super speed up a sentence and it just feels a bit off, but it's because they're trying to match the length of time it took the Japanese actor to do it.
Right.
That's why it feels a bit
Okay.
like there's a bit when he's like, I can't remember, there's a particular line that was really quite egregious. Once you know that and you listen back, you're like, right, that makes total sense.
Cut it out.
Oh, fair enough.
Hmm.
Right.
I think you have to speak to her to actually do
Good thing I
something.
know someone who can get us the passcodes. Pity no one else at command will talk to us, but what can you do? And we're good.
I have to say, this the combat system in this game is miles better than the one in 16, even. I think.
A lot of people say that, yeah. I mean, both of them, this and 16 are miles better than 15 as well.
Aye.
It's like the elevator's on another floor.
I know,
Mind
really,
pushing that button?
people really did like this one. Me and so. I think there's time. I have time for both because this one is still a bit
So,
more
you know Tifa, right?
like it's
not
no
really
full-on
like
action.
business.
It is kind
Are
of,
you guys
but it's
close?
also you can pause it essentially
Yeah.
and choose moves and stuff. So it's still a bit of tactical. Whereas the Final Fantasy 16 went full action.
Yeah. That theme.
Cloud! Are you ignoring me?
Tifa and I.
Also, really nice touch is the materia is slotted in his sword.
Oh, visually.
Yeah,
Cool. So the fire material we've already got.
and it matches. So like,
Oh shit.
he'll only have 2 slots in his sword.
Forgot about this meanwhile. Right away into the heart of darkness here.
These sewer rats appear to call themselves Avalanche, sir. We are
But off what you gave
currently
him voice for, by the way.
investigating whether you belong to the same group that made the attempt on your life. Rest assured, our inquiries will not take much longer. This pump's sole purpose is to drain the planet dry. While you sleep, while you eat, while you shit, it's here sucking up Mako. It doesn't rest, and it doesn't care. You do realize what Mako is, don't you? Mako is the lifeblood of our world. The planet bleeds green like you and me bleed red. The hell you think's gonna happen when it's all gone, huh? Answer me! You gonna stand there and pretend you can't hear the planet crying out in pain? I know you can!
You really hear that?
Damn straight I do!
Get help.
Say that again!
I'd worry less about the planet and more about the next 5 seconds. Save the screaming for later.
Barrett does do a bunch of shouting and screaming in the original as well, so yeah, he doesn't chill out until much later in the original.
Our lives are on the line now.
Even in the next chapter, the voice acting just gets a wee bit more. I don't know.
Chill.
Just it seems to it just clicks all of a sudden. It feels way better. I remember just no really digging this bit in terms of voices.
So much for having
Everyone else
Cloud
is
do all
fine.
the fighting. There are some places a sword just can't reach. Just bear with him for me, would you?
Yeah.
And sadly, we get no more like
Should have asked for more money.
conjoining when he joins the party.
Sorry?
Like he doesn't get sucked up inside her body when he joins the party anymore, which is a bit sad.
No. Damn. Yep. So,
But you can go inside his body.
yeah. few things lost in the technological revolution there.
Yeah.
Barrett
Barrett Wallace.
Right.
Specialise in ranged attacks. Hold down square.
Yep. Hold down square indeed.
Let the man with the gun go to work. These tin cans ain't got
And there's
nothing on me.
I kind of hope they do more with Rebirth, with different party members having to be like specialised. Like, so him dealing with these people in the air, and there is a wee bit, there is more of that where there's like buds and stuff, and it is easier to take someone with range. But I can't, well, it's been a while since I played it, but I can't remember there being too much like a specific person that's kind of way more suited for this particular enemy. I think they could have done more with.
Aye, this is probably the only time that is really necessary.
Fully, because Cloud can still get quite high with certain moves, but no that high.
Right, okay, so left and right, up and down to switch characters, L2 or R2 to issue commands to allies. Okay, so we definitely want to be Cloud here, don't we? Let's go.
One thing with your allies is they will do the normal kind of square attacks, but they don't use their abilities until you tell them to.
Gotcha.
You keep an eye on there, and then you tell them to use something.
Here he goes. Look.
Yeah.
Boom. Nice. Okay, so that's quite tactical, man. I like it.
No, it's good. Especially when you start getting third-party members and stuff, and then fights get a wee bit harder.
Yeah.
The laser security system.
I would do it. See, even knowing what you've told me about hard mode, I would still do it blind if it let me.
Aye. The problem is it's like balanced for level 50. It would literally be impossible the way it is.
Right, okay.
And it's balanced assuming you have material already.
Right. Gotcha.
Aye. Which is a shame. I like it when you actually have to, like, you can do it from the start if you want to, and it's just a bigger challenge.
Yeah.
Aye.
I mean, I guess normal is the hardest that we can
Yes.
do, you know?
There is some kind of tough bits, by the way. I found myself, like, I just didn't prepare enough for certain, like, fights, or wasn't sure, I can't remember, there was a few fights I just wasn't equipped well for at all, and it ended up being quite challenging.
Yeah, I'm up for a good challenge in this.
I mean, I think it's no going to be Bloodborne levels.
No. Shout out to our recent Bloodborne series viewers, go and watch that if you're bored.
Guffy gets very angry
Sometimes.
in certain bits.
Yeah, definitely sometimes.
He'll get angry too.
Yeah.
Probably takes you to the DLC before you get super frustrated.
That's true, that's true. But I think I'm probably gonna get angry at this at some point. So we can look forward to that.
Yeah. Famous Final Fantasy VII enemy here. More iconic.
That hunk of junk is a heavy weapons platform.
It looks so much cooler in this sort of
Is that right?
Need to hit it with magic. That should give us an opening.
Okay, so it's worth keeping an eye on the ATB gauge down there. Just I know fire's probably not exactly the
fuck, it still does.
staggering enemies. Yep.
Aye, it's the old, you know the
Standard fare.
Barrett, does he have any materia? I know he
He's
started
got a
with in the
green bit,
original, but I
yeah.
think he's got extra. I think he's got more
Yeah,
this time, or it's that he's just got.
he's got a green bit in his gun the same way Cloud has a green bit in his sword, so
Yeah, why don't you check his ability? Maybe it is just cure.
spells. Thunder, yeah,
Isn't
we
it
want
thunder?
thunder, yeah,
That's
that's still. Surely this thing will be
That'll
weak
get
to
him
thunder. Yep.
Yep.
Take more damage,
Then-
blah blah blah.
Now's our chance.
The usual.
Don't need to tell me twice. I'm gonna enjoy it.
Braver. Double braver. Done.
I don't know if you noticed, but there's your abilities to do different things. Like Braver's good for sheer damage. But see, when it's not pressured, you actually want to do the other one because it's more up the stagger bar, I believe.
Right, I see.
Remembering that right? So he's got like a thrust move that does like hunters a stagger,
Cool.
and then it's all about kind of timing it so that you get them staggered, but then you've still got some ATB to start hitting them with the big moves.
Can understand why Cloud doesn't want to tell Barrett his age, because we've spent multiple series avoiding that topic, haven't we, Dukes?
Yes, I feel like Cloud has less reason though.
People are going to think we're like 85 or something.
Gotta set the bomb at the bottom.
Aye.
It's just a cold, viewers. My voice isn't usually sound 90 years old.
I don't hang out with fucking 90-year-olds. There we go. We're in that kind of...
Yep, iconic bit.
Yep.
I've heard it said Mako. I think...
That's how I've always said it.
Yeah.
I think... No, I've always said Mako. No, is it you that says Mako?
No, I say Mako. Aye.
Is that the hint? That's how they've been saying it?
No, they say Mako.
Oh, right, aye. So, you go, that's another thing that you lose when it starts voicing it, the way you've pronounced things are totally fucked.
See, we discuss this in pretty much every Final Fantasy we play, because we're reading out all of the dialogue and everything. Stuff that you've only said in your head forever is now having to be pronounced out in the real world. So
imagine his name was Clud.
Yeah. And Barry.
Oh, thank goodness, Barry.
Yeah, it's a soft T at the end.
But then in the actual one, they've doubled down on Aerith rather than Ares that we were all known.
Oh, is it Aerith in this? Alright,
okay. It's officially Aerith.
There you go then.
Yep. Developers have spoken.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, it's not our fault. I would argue that we call her Ares, you know?
The name that the game was given.
The name that they gave her when Final Fantasy VII came out.
Just by accident.
Yeah.
Aye.
Focus shot. There you go, Barrett. Boom. Done.
A lot of folks will double down, I'm just going to call her Ares, but it's like, see, once I've seen a game actually say it, I find it hard to go back.
Okay,
I say that even though I know a game, the fighting game, because Tidus, and I still don't do that, so I'm talking shit.
Tidus? No, that's not.
His name's Tidus.
It's no. Sorry. No, in Scotland.
No, I know. I know in fucking anything, right? Because a lot of the fucking names come from like weather or watery stuff. So Tidus makes so much sense when you think of squall, you think of cloud. It's maybe the only ones. Or Laguna, you know, they all have kind of like a lot of them, and then you've got fucking snow, you've got lightning. It's all things that exist and have names.
Clive.
So like it should be fucking exactly. Clive.
That's a bit of an outlier, that one, isn't it?
I know. I know.
Here we go.
Oh, and also hard mode changes the boss fights a bit. There's new mechanics. I got fucking totally caught out with this boss that's coming up. I died.
Go on, do the honors. Prove to me you're the man Tifa says you are. That you're one of us.
Never said I was. I'm just here for the paycheck.
Then do the damn job!
I'm also quite impressed how they managed to make Cloud's hair not look fucking ridiculous.
I know.
Like, when you look at the Cloud's sprite for the original Final Fantasy, like, how does anybody look like that? And they've actually made a guy that looks kinda like it. Like, it kinda does work.
It's very impressive.
With it being pure, like, lifelike.
Aye.
Like, they've went super realism. They've made a person.
I'm fine.
So we just seen a black feather
The timer.
fall and disintegrate.
20
Oh, what are you
minutes.
going for? Shake bag?
20 minutes.
Pretty cocky, ain't you?
Sure am, Barrett, brother.
If you do that one, because you're shake bag as well.
Aye.
You double crossing!
Heads up.
What in the hell?
Yeah, I mean, the hairdo is very good if you're like a mercenary in a fantasy world, but I don't know that I would go to the shops looking like that.
The Eternals can be overloaded.
I think you'd pull off it.
Maybe, no.
Because you don't like it. But this is quite a standard fight, quite nice. Reminiscent, it's got all this stuff that he does, but then some cinematic things happen as well. It kind of requires you to switch to Barrett, which is quite fun. not too tough unless you're still getting the hang of the combat. Like, I think it can be a wee bit tricky. See, when I was doing the demo, I think maybe it took me, like, I don't know if I took any more than one try, but I still had to heal up your bunch.
It was
But
this
if you
bit that
look-
made me think in the demo here, we've got a good game going on here. This is at least the only thing that I really didn't like was the story changes, man. That was the only thing I got a bit upset about, but hopefully we'll be less upset this time.
Aye, and
How do you change again?
there's ways that I manage to make the changes feel fine in my head, and I'll try and convey that to you when they appear and when it's appropriate. I know yet.
Love the cinematicness of the whole thing
Yeah.
so far. Hard to tell whether I'm being optimal with my damage output, but whatever.
Oh, probably
As long
not.
as I'm not dead.
Nah, exactly.
So what's your plan?
Oh, hello. I didn't mean that, hold on. Cure. Why did I cure Barrett? Oh well, I suppose that's not a bad thing.
Oh, aye, so
Right, so let's not,
Gotta heal up.
oh wait, can you use items? Yeah, you can use items. Let's potion
yeah,
up.
I've got plenty of potions.
Yeah, potion up. So I can't actually, oh there, right, weak spot. Did you see that? Let's get
So
Barrett
if you
going.
you stay vigilant, you'll start noticing wee markers maybe popping up, and then you try and get it. I think either person can get it, but obviously if he's doing kind of AoE, you'd want to go Barrett. Maybe
Go a wee braver. Oh, I didn't hit.
ooh,
Yeah, I think I'm,
Keep it together.
maybe you have to go Barrett.
yeah.
It's been so long since I played this, I'm not going to have many like good tips here.
Much of a weapon if it went down easy.
It's funny, like Barrett feels heavier as well.
Yeah, aye, they've done a good job of like making each character feel like they would feel.
Yeah.
And you get Tifa, she totally feels like what Tifa should feel like.
Okay, so when that appears, we're gonna
Yeah.
take evasive action. There we go. Let's go, Cloud.
Give it everything you've got.
Braver. Oh, hello. Let's just have a wee potion. Why not?
And then you can try your, I don't know if you've done the thrush yet. You do that as well. You'll
done it
notice the
once.
pressure bar going up quite high.
Yep.
Once he's got the shield thing down.
Cool.
If we don't change it up soon, this thing's gonna kill us both.
Less talking. More
At that point, Barrett's probably better just literally blocking.
Ah, I forgot you could block.
It's so slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot you could block. Okay. Focus shot. Field generator. Oh, aye.
You might have hit him a wee bit there.
So what is the other one do? I'll check that in a minute. Death grip. Some enemies occasionally bind your party members. If your character is bound, quickly switch to a different character.
Got anything you wanna say? Funny way to ask for help.
Taking damage and staggering enemies fills your limit. When the gauge is full, you can use limit breaks. You do not need to spend ATB charges for these attacks. Great stuff. So what is steel skin? That's just what it sounds like, pretty much.
This is damage, aye. It's just a no one ability I'd ever want to use in an action game.
No.
It's just a bit, I don't know. You're almost admitting you're a bit shite if you're using steel skin. So Cloud has his limit break, remember?
Cool.
But you could wait until he's staggered, or you can just use it now and get him.
Yeah. How do you use it? Just
I think it's
command
just when you
menu?
go to your abilities. Yeah,
Gotcha.
you'll see limit now.
Do we need to get the thingy off him though? The
Does he have it? Oh no.
see the
Oh, he does,
there we
right. I
go.
would get that off. And
Let's go.
it depends. You can use it now and you'll do loads of damage, but if you wait until that bar's up, you'll do mega damage.
I
when
know,
he's
but I'm not
like-
even in the back half of that bar. Hopefully I'll get my limit break again by that point. Let's go.
Aye.
Yeah, it's nice. Oh, but the bar goes all the way down. Or maybe that's just event related.
Maybe. And there it goes. Mental.
It looks great on the PS5, man. As basically everything does, to be honest.
Yep. Ooh.
Hide behind the things. Let's go.
Yeah. So I think what caught me off was, right, so this does it, and he smashes one of them, right, and I'm fairly certain that's it finished, right, and then he goes back to normal. You see, in hard mode, he does it a second time, and it totally took me off guard. So I waited for that thing to break, went in for the attack, and he done it a second time, and then killed me. Instant. It's like a one-hit kill if you get hit by that.
Oops.
Even then, I like it when hard mode makes enemies react differently.
Gotta memorize the attack patterns.
Let's go. Barret, spells, cure, cloud.
Cloud's got a couple as well.
Focus thrusts significantly increases stagger. Yeah, that's a sensible. Pardon me, that's a sensible one.
I'm getting that now. I think actually once he gets, but I don't think he does the shield as much. It does actually make the fight go a bit fast. Because you're not having to be a mess about with that all the time.
Strike now, before it fires again.
Combat looks like fun in Rebirth, so it looks like characters like synergize a wee bit more than they did in this one.
Cool.
There'll be plenty of moves where you do some, then if you switch to another character and do something, they'll actually do like a kind of group attack rather than like just two singles.
Cool.
Which looks pretty cool. Kate Sith looks fucking mad to play as.
Yeah. I suppose we don't see so much Kate Sith in this first one, do we?
No, there's that technically one scene, but it's like so weird that see MD who played Remake and hasn't played the original, which is actually quite a lot of folk, by the way. Just be wondering, what the fuck's this cat doing? It's no featured in the game at all, and then doesn't again.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
Or do you think there's a lot of people that have only played this and never played the original then?
There is. There's folk on Reddit that talk about it all the time in the Final Fantasy Reddit.
Oh, really?
I actually mention it's their first one, because folk ask, like, I think folk have just asked the question, does MD do it? And there was plenty of folk going, I've never played it.
Okay, interesting.
No. I just thought the combat looked cool.
That'd maybe be the way to do it, to be honest. Or do you think, see the weird thing that I don't know about, right? There's clearly a thing that I don't know about that's going to make me really angry or something you've told me.
Yes. Yes. You'll be livid, and I think that you'll be livid at first. I think you'll be livid if you're continuing with the idea that all you wanted was Final Fantasy but in better graphics.
Sure.
You know, I think I've got a thought process that it, to me, totally makes it fine.
Right, okay.
And we'll see. There's other people online that are still mad. So,
okay.
You wouldn't be alone in your anger. I'm going to try and calm down.
Right. But do you think that that's better knowing what the original is and how it's different?
It made me, I was super psyched. Like,
right,
more,
okay.
I think it psyched me up more than I think I would have done it. And I would have been just for the same game.
Right, gotcha.
But that's maybe because, like, I don't know, like, the original exists and it's still fun as fuck.
I know.
So, like, we played it, put mods on it, and, like, did it need anything?
No.
Really?
Not so much.
I mean, so I don't mind that there's a second thing that exists that's a bit different. Because that just gives me more things to play. That gives me more Final Fantasy.
It's true. Let's go.
This will be done.
Oh, yeah. What a way to finish it.
I know.
Love
that. It's always nice finishing in the limit break.
So where's the timer? Did I do that in time?
I don't actually think the timer starts until the boss is finished, which is a bit weird.
Okay. So Heidegger and Mr. Shinra watching this suggests that they know about this going on right now and are letting this transpire.
Damn thing showed you
I
how
think
it's
that
done.
was kind of always like
Implied.
implied, yeah. So like, see when you do it the second time and then they're there and they know about it and they're like, I've always felt like it was implied that was the case, but folk didn't like, and there's something else that will happen soon that you will have seen but you maybe don't remember, you maybe do. And folk didn't like it being implied because they liked a certain way, and I'll explain what they were thinking. I was like, I don't think it was ever never felt it was ever the opposite.
Right,
Like, I thought it
okay.
was always super obvious because I'll talk about it again.
Yeah, will you point out when you when it gets here? But just look at the
there'll be a new
spectacle,
scene.
man.
I
Like,
know.
see, no matter what you think of this, it's just so cool to see places realised in full PlayStation 5, isn't it? Because even the PlayStation 5, man, it's like, see playing stuff like, why can't I climb this ladder? Can I go up
I
the
think you have
ladder,
to kill
please?
the enemies
Oh, come on.
first.
I'm against the clock here.
So they get you with the random encounters.
Aye, true.
Let's go.
I forgot what I was talking about, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the
Happens to be a
PS5.
95.
It's the PS5, man. Like, see playing like Sekiro or some of the PS5 games like Horizon Forbidden West, the frame rate's just fucking obscene, man. That was the thing, the PS4 could handle graphics like this, it was just the frame rate was always pretty dodgy.
Yeah.
I'm definitely about to sneeze.
Okay, help a girl out, would you?
My hero.
Hey, we'll link up over there. Look after Jesse.
Come this way. This route should lead us straight.
Oh man, that sneeze just would not yield.
I think I see an exit.
As in, wouldn't they come out or it wouldn't stop?
No, it wouldn't come out. Like, you know, I was trying. Do you know that way where you screw up your face and try and coax it out?
Aye.
Yeah,
Just having
ain't
to
coming.
look at the light bulb.
Aye,
Doing that.
aye, yeah.
Look back. Let's go.
Something I get that with the sun, man. It's like I'm almost allergic to the sun. When it's sunny, if I go outside and it's sunny, I'll sneeze instantly,
Aye, yeah, me too.
consistently.
I think I'm a
And it's
wee
like-
tiny bit allergic to coffee as well, so whenever I have my first coffee, I'll sneeze like nobody's business.
Sorry,
Also, poop comes out pretty quickly after that.
I don't talk.
Aye, well,
That's just coffee though, that's nothing to do with.
aye, that's the laxative.
Aye. Music's great.
Yeah.
There it.
It's the introduction to a new enemy.
Find us a way out of here.
But then,
Don't worry, I'll be fine. I've got Soldier Boy with me.
X, Soldier Boy.
They're here! Take them down!
We don't have time for this shit. The clock's ticking.
Cool it. 5 seconds is all we need.
Just take these guys out with square button, no real need to go crazy. Although, yeah,
Aye,
it's
well, if
just
you get a full ATB, you might as well use it, but it's never
true.
necessary. It just looks a bit cooler. There we go. Eventually, something you've not used yet is that Cloud can actually press triangle and go into a new.
Oh yeah, I've done that. Yeah,
Have you?
yeah.
I've not noticed.
This one.
Okay. It's almost like required for a certain enemy that's coming up. Do you like it when they mix up the thing that you have to use? Because I went through a lot of the game without really using the Punisher mode. It's actually quite good.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's the only damage.
just sheer heavy attack mode, isn't it?
Yeah. The combat just looks good. See, even from someone just watching it, it just
Yeah,
looks
Optimistic.
so like cinematic.
very cinematic, man. I'm excited for it to get really tactical and stuff like that. There is a certain amount of mastery to be had in this that I really just felt was missing in 15 and 16, but 15 especially. But 16, me and you have had conversations about 16, and you felt as if there was like a little bit of creativity, but I just felt like there was absolutely no room for creativity in 15 and 16's combat.
The thing is, I think there is if you really, really, really dig into it, right? But the problem it has is it's never ever required.
No.
So like you have to be purposely seeking it out. Whereas in this one, you can probably still get away with it, but the game can be quite hard if you're not doing it.
Yeah.
So like it's just that kind of balance of difficulty. 16 isn't hard at all.
Nah.
But like, see if you're to Google, like go on YouTube and be like, well, you're there already, viewers. You may as well do this or something. You like Final Fantasy 16 combos, and you'll see somebody do things with abilities that you probably didn't even think was possible. But like, you don't need to do it at all to beat the game, or even nearly do it. So it's like it's kind of that they're leaving that up to people. So it's there, but if you don't need to use it, a lot of folk will. No. That was the same to a much lesser extent. 15. There isn't a huge room, but there's room for things like making the fights finish quicker is based on like positioning. So like if you start, because I mean there's like one attack button in 15, you just hold it in.
Yes. You're not really playing a game, you're playing fucking Temple Run.
Yeah. It's probably easier than Temple Run. But if you position yourself behind enemies with one of your allies, then you start doing like combo attacks, you do new stuff, and just does damage faster. And again, it looks kind of cool, but you don't need to do it. It just makes fights end quicker because you're doing more damage because you're multiplying it. And it's like some folk like me will actually kind of get into it and just be like, right, how fast can I do this? But because it's not required, you could easily just sit in old circle. Yeah. And you never have to do anything else, and then obviously you're not going to think the game's really good.
No,
it is neat. I still like. I'm a bit of a 15 apologist. I find it really fun, but you know, it's that.
No, I don't think I'll agree with the 15 thing. I'll agree that 16 was playable enough that I completed it, which was good. I stuck around for the story mostly, you know.
Yeah.
Will I reach that? Nah.
Eventually you can just reach it with normal attacks, but I can't remember if you had to unlock somewhere that just happens naturally.
Yeah.
I think they're maybe just a wee bit too high, because you can get birds and stuff eventually, Cloud. But you may as well just smash with Barrett. Yep.
Let's go.
It's always the case then that you'll do more damage controlling the person.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
But they're quite passive.
They'll never ever use their abilities until you tell them to.
Plenty of time.
Aye.
It was always plenty of time in the original as well, even though as a young kid of 41 when we first played this. No, I'm joking, Fierce. As a young kid you thought, oh fuck, there's a timer on the screen, I better get my skates on.
This is the scene I'm talking about. So there's a tiny wee explosion. Heidegger presses a button and they cause complete havoc. They
manufacture the bigger explosion?
Yes.
Okay.
Which was implied in the original if you speak to Jessie at a certain bit, because she's talking about like, I don't understand, the bomb should never have been that like big.
Yeah.
And that's kind of all you get, so it's implied. But like folk are like, oh, I prefer it when Avalanche are seen as this like morally grey, they've killed all these people, and it's like, well, I kind of always read it as if Shinra had something to do with it after the second. Where Mr. Shinra himself comes in and kind of talks about that kind of thing. He doesn't explicitly say it, but I always found it to be quite implied that this is what it is.
Yeah.
And we didn't like them putting a scene in for it.
I mean, they definitely did mean to kill all those people. They're still morally grey, you know. They didn't plant a bomb so that they could go and have a fucking picnic in Sector 7.
Well, they killed the guards up to this point, but their bomb would have had no effect on Midgar itself, I think is the issue, you know. So they did not mean to kill any innocent folk. Because I think, see if you work for Shinra, I think you're fair game.
Aye.
If I couldn't,
this next bit pissed a lot of folk off as well.
I'll take that as a yes.
Yeah, fucking Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay, that was pretty cool.
There's like, I think
Come on.
a big like criticism was like they didn't like Cloud become some kind of anime
Dragon Ball Z
character.
yeah.
So like especially when, like, in the next chapter, you want to be able to jump over a crate. You know, that scene there conflicts with the gameplay, which I do agree with, I suppose.
It's cool seeing these moments in high def that just wasn't possible in the PS1.
Aye, because seeing the original, I swear you don't even really get the full brunt of what happened. Like, you end up in Midgar, and all it seems that happens is maybe lost a bit of power. There's a wee bit of rubble, but you don't get the full devastation that you get when you're about to go out in this one.
But the planet's what matters, right? I mean, this must have helped some.
After all that, it had better have. Anyway, let's get going. We in Sector 8?
That'd be just down there.
All right then, lead the way.
You got it. Huh.
Well, I'll tell you what, viewers, I think we're going to call it an episode of gaming there.
Just before there's some squeezy boxes.
Yeah, exactly. So we can look forward to some squeezy boxes next time. Thank you for joining us. Hour-long special there, Dougie. Well, 50 minutes, but, you know, we're playing a new Final Fantasy game. And
could I do a callback, Guffy, and recommend an album like we used to do in the old Final Fantasy?
Aye.
Oh, it's me.
This is an album that me and you listened to a lot back in the day, and then I went a good maybe 7 or 8 years no listening to it at all. In the last, like, maybe 2 weeks, I've listened to it every single day.
Go for it.
At least once a day. Fear of a Blank Planet.
By Porcupine Tree. Yeah, okay.
Oh, man.
It's great. Yeah.
Forgot how good it was.
It's just fabulous. Yeah, go and listen to that. Viewers, let us know what your favourite Final Fantasy is. Let us know what your favourite Final Fantasy 7 is. And
let us know your non-spoiler review of Final Fantasy 7 Remake.
Exactly.
Oh, and also give us your this is harder, your non-spoiler thing in Rebirth that you're most looking forward to.
Yeah, and why is it Red riding a chocobo?
I know, it's so good. Have you seen it? Oh,
I've seen that. I've seen that.
So
How could you miss that?
It is so good.
Okay, we'll see you in episode 2. Cheerio.
Bye.